That was going to happen either way, I think. Oh, sweetheart. I loved you, but you were really, really fucked in the head, weren't you? But you're also lying. But maybe it's not your fault. Maybe the situation is fucked up and now I'm not really dealing with human beings here, but that's not the point. If you loved me, why do you put me in so much pain? Why take yourself away from me? Why? Why didn't you listen? I couldn't say anything, but why didn't you just stop?
Honey, me and you could have been as vibrant as the rainbow on top of an oil slick. We could have had it all. Hedonistic royalty. But now you've went and left me alone again.
Women are always so mean to me. Yet I still suffer and try to love them, even when they do things like this. It hurts less than Sayuri because I saw this coming a mile away now. I knew. I knew this was going to happen one way or the other, but I charged down it just so I could see it, I guess, because I've been paid to come here. But it's still a thing to sit here and look at it. My girlfriend's corpse. Again. If you're expecting a clever comment or some kind of witty observation, I don't think I have one right now for this. She was a good girl, but she had lots of problems, and I would have helped her if I could. The world wouldn't let me, though. They wouldn't let me. The only thing I could do was watch her destroy herself. Just... Don't talk, sweetheart. I know you're just jabbering nonsense. Don't worry. I'll be here. Just rest a while. I'm sorry I couldn't be a more capable man. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. But I suppose that's my life in general. Not your fault, but it seems as though the more I live, the more instances I have to look at myself not being anywhere near the person I wanted to be. Sometimes I think I should stop thinking that I'll ever have something like this, or, well, I don't want something like this. I don't want my girlfriend bleeding to death in my arms from self-inflicted wounds because she was too high on fucking dopamine to stop herself. But I wanted a relationship where I had a woman who relied upon me and loved me because she needed me. But it's times like this and, well, situations that happen in my life that show me that, boy, am I horribly incompetent. Maybe I'm far too stupid and incompetent and just moronic to be trusted with the health of another person like this. I think there's a lot of people that need to, well, need to see that, but I think there's a lot of people who also look at that realization themselves sometimes. So I don't think I'm alone. It just makes me think that romance is maybe a fantasy. That maybe I'm just not built for it. This would certainly make someone not want to try for romance ever again, but I'm rambling, but I do that. I think we've got the point, video game designer. I think you've labored the point that my girlfriend, or the girl that I cared about, is currently sobbing and incoherently pushing out words that don't make any fucking sense while she bleeds to death and her lungs are filling with fluid. I think we got the fucking point. I don't think we needed this many lines of web dings. Guys, can we just move on now? Woman, if you had this much energy to talk after you stabbed yourself, I could have called an ambulance and had you loaded into it. We might be able to actually save you, really, if you're gonna talk this much. Fuck. There's the joke. There's the levity here. Jesus Christ. This is being dragged out, and it hurts me, but this is the point where it's getting kind of silly. Video game, you're still a video game, and you're being kind of silly. Please stop. You're ruining the moment. You worked very hard to articulate this moment to me. You worked very hard to get me to this point and care about what's happening. But now you're ruining it. This is quite literally like looking at a dump file that says Yuri exe has stopped working. I'm hesitant to press the skip button. Really, I am. When does this end? You're ruining the moment now. But yes, I killed another girl with my love. Fantastic, thanks. Thanks for that. I hope you people at home are getting the fullness out of this moment here. But, okay, there you go. The color palette changed. It's now, it's getting dark now. We've been here for several hours as she sits here rambling. I could have called an ambulance. Guys! Oh, for the love of fuck. No, this is a joke now. This is a joke now. Okay. All right. This is a joke now. She is This is the game designers playing a joke on me. This is intentionally being dragged out. This is probably a joke upon, dying words. And so she's spewing out code and illustrating the fact to me in some ways that she was never a real person. We went so long that I actually came back out of the sadness now. Honey, I still loved you. You were really fucked up, but you were really fucked up in the ways that I kind of actually liked, aside from the self-harm. But no, you're just a computer program attached to a PNG file. You're not real. And you never were. And so this pain that I am experiencing is entirely self-inflicted. But I suppose that might be a joke. There might be a joke in there. The pain that I am feeling in this moment is entirely self-inflicted, because it is just my imagination playing back as if I have actually wandered into this horrible situation, and trying to imagine how I would react, and maybe feeling some sort of catharsis about this moment. In a really weird way. It's hard to explain, but my imagination is forcing me to feel like I'm actually in this moment. But it's still mine, and I'm doing it because it entertains me in a really fucked up way. Entertains you people at home, too, in a really fucked up way, most likely, but that's okay, I'll still accept your money at the end of the day. Look at me, I'm laughing over my dead girlfriend's corpse. Look at me. But okay, we're gonna go back into the next day, and then Monica's gonna show up and then tell me how stupid I am for attaching myself to these fucked up women. Which she probably pushed over the edge further. She's probably guilty of that, but I want to hear her explanation for this one. But I suppose at the end of the day, yes, congratulations, it's a computer game. But now they're fucking with me. Now they're just making jokes with a corpse that looks like my girlfriend, as they were with the poster in the back of the room with Sayori hanging herself. The game's just being mean-spirited now, but I suppose it's kind of a fucked up thing to consider, and also somewhat of a marvel for the people writing this. So I suppose, in a way, it is still a spectacle in itself to witness. But, well, people wanted me to play through this like I cared, and so I did. However, when we get to the part where it's clearly a game again, then there's an issue. Then we come into this issue where, yeah, it's morning now. It's morning now. I suppose there's some kind of philosophical note about this, because maybe my life with Yuri would have been entirely simply just, me sitting here with her as she hurts herself and rambles incoherent nonsense. But we're together, right? And this is love, isn't it? Part of it, really? Maybe? But I didn't want her to hurt herself. I wanted to stop the pain. I wanted to heal the pain with love. Well, women are so mean to me, and they don't listen. And then they do things like this to hurt me. Or I suppose in some case the game designer is also guilty of this. And then maybe also the Voshkudestian patrons for forcing me to play through this game, but people wanted to see me suffer like this for some sort of, in friendly jest, Schadenfreude. But now this moment has brought me to the point where, yes, it is a computer game, and I am looking at a PNG file of a dead girl who didn't exist. None of them exist. But yes, where are we going to now that are we going to get to the point where the people are going to, they're going to show up in the classroom and then just go to class while Yuri is still rambling incoherent nonsense and bleeding to death slowly on the floor? Actually, she'd be fucking dead by now, but no. So what's going to happen? Does anyone really come to this classroom? Are there really classes? Are there other students? Is there anything real here aside from just the situation to put me into the situation with, these, 4 girls that now there was 3 and now there's only 2. Natsuki probably doesn't exist anymore. She's probably just been completely subverted. I mean, Monika was basically using her as a loudspeaker beforehand, so she's probably completely gone, just as gone as Yuri is right now. How quaint, my love dying on the floor in front of me while I debate the reality of the situation. It's all just, I don't know what it is anymore. A fucked up ride. That's about it. So, again, my finger's getting kind of tired here. It's love, and I want to have give the moment it deserves, but I also probably would have called a fucking ambulance by now, so it's not exactly really... there's no emotional, contact here. It's the dying embers of seeing yet another one of my girlfriends die, and the situation that has transpired that I could not control. And now it's nighttime again. Does this go anywhere? Oh, it doesn't even auto-skip. I think I have to press skip. Oh wow, this goes on for a while. We've been here, 2 days? So where does this go? Sweetheart. I feel like this is making a mockery of the corpse here, but I suppose again, I wasn't real. Oh, there we go, finally. We've reached the end of the nonsense. Okay, good! Now that you've killed the moment and made me just absolutely... That's a complex series of emotions, really. You made it a joke. Yeah, you hurt me, or you made me hurt myself, and then you made it a joke. Pie in my face. But okay, so where are we going now? Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was pretty early. Yeah, it's been 2 days, girls. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Wow, okay. Natsuki runs away. Yeah, okay. Monica. I'm here. Fontaman, did something happen? No, nothing happened. I've just been laying with my girlfriend's corpse here for 2 days, too afraid to move or do anything. Just, normal things. Me hurting myself with my love again. It's fine. It's all fine. Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Fontaman? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. Yes. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I was stuck here. I have no control over this. I was just forced here. I was forced to sit here and see rigor mortis set in for my girlfriend. Yes, because Monica, apparently. I don't know. What's going on? What is going on here? What is the fucking point of this horrible carnival of self-harm? What is the point of making me see this? I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. Yeah, once I got over the shock and realized that I couldn't leave, my finger got tired, so I skipped the scene. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Oh. I'm almost done. Well, there goes Natsuki. Yeah. I just wanted to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil of the cupcake tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I am the star of a comedy, and the biggest joke is me. So where are we going now? Now that you've taken everything from me, you've watered down well, you made me expose myself playing this game. Not in that way, but expose myself of what, my fetishes are and what I'm willing to take and what I'm willing to not and what I'm willing to try for and the things that I'm willing to do and stand in front of for love. And then you've taken it all away from me and shown that, yes, they are in fact just simply puppets. Puppets that are PNG files of cute anime girls with varying states of varying measurements of figure and attractiveness, but all of them, honestly, all the women in this game were quality waifus. But so where are you going now? Now that you've made a fool of me, are you going to sit here and laugh at me, Monica? Is that what you're going to do? Is that it? Am I a joke to you? I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? Lead on. This should only take a second. Where are we now, Monica? See, I knew you were existing outside the state of the world and the world was a lie, but I had already suspended that disbelief by playing a visual novel game and originally tried to maybe get some emotional catharsis out of it by having, a nice happy ending with a girl and pretending my high school life was half this good even before the murders. So, actually, not really the murders, I guess. I suppose Monica's hands are clean. They all killed themselves. She didn't kill anyone. She's innocent. Right. But so, like I was saying, I had already suspended the disbelief that there was an element of artificiality in here, but where are we going then? Where? Where are we going now, Monica? Since you're in control of this show here, you run everything. I'm an ignorant man who's guided by his lust and his instincts for wanting to protect females, I guess. I'm just a fool here. I'm your stooge. So what are you going to do with me now? Yes, I can hear you, Monica. Yes, it's working. Oh, we're gonna get this. Right, we're going to get this. Esoteric. Okay. Okay. I saw something like this happening, but okay, this is quite a nice presentation that they have here. Yes. Yeah, okay, so this is the part where you're going to explain to me why you've been torturing me so much. Or rather, you've been letting me torture myself. Right, Monica? It's just me and you now. Hi again, Fontaman. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Literature Club. I don't think this is the Literature Club anymore. But go on. It's your hard work. You, created this place, so, you get to call it what it is. Of course, we already know each other because we're in the same class. We were in the same class last year, and, haha. You know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. Yes, we can. You've labored this point to me a couple times, and yeah, I think we're past this. None of that was real. Absolutely none of it. It was all a fever dream of a fantasy that got so horribly corrupted, nothing but pain came out of it. So now that you have me in a cage here, or maybe you're in a cage too, maybe we're both locked in a fucking cage. I don't know what's going on, but you're gonna tell me. This is the part where you reveal everything, correct? This is where it goes. This is where we're at the end now. This is where you're gonna tell me the score. Right? After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? No, you're talking to me, the person behind the mask there, the showman, the phantom man, the phantoman, That you in the game, whatever you wanted to call him, yeah, the avatar, he wasn't really important anyway. He was just someone that I could control to, project myself into the situation and feel like I was really there, but you're smarter than that, right? You know what's going on. I'm talking to you, Fontaman. Yes, me, the person sitting behind the keyboard here, staring at you intently. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. I'm a guy, thanks. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Yeah, no, that was pretty obvious. If it's actually one sin of this game is that, really quickly, Monica it's very unsubtle. You know that there's something meta-compliant going on. Something meta-breaking. Not meta-compliant, but meta-breaking going on with Monica. That's probably the one thing wrong with this game if I'm gonna stop and be critical about it. It's not a secret. It's really not a fucking secret. You don't know what she's doing, but it's really not a secret. Could it be possible that you didn't know that? No. I knew. I was just entertaining you on this wild fucking ride and maybe trying to save a girl or two on the way there, on the way there. But, no. They're all dead. You and your fucked up little game had taken them from me. And only leaving me alone here in this room with you. The fool. And I suppose the Khmer, as a title I can give to you. The godmother of the show. That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Yes, you are in fact the poster child. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? I don't think it's really awkward at all, aside from the fact that you've forced my girlfriends to kill themselves, or had some doing in them. You made them so unhinged through manipulating their code that they resulted in bad ends. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what was at play there, but, So why are we here? What do you want? Because clearly you've boxed me into a cage to get something out of me, but what is it? Well, anyway. Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. About the whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. Yes, it did! Yes, so you were behind it. You were, in fact, the culprit, the mastermind. So why did you do it? Why did you take my girlfriend away from me again? But what about Sayuri, too? You gonna highlight that one? Ha ha ha. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayuri. Sayuri. Yeah, that name. Haven't seen that on screen for a while. Yeah? Yeah? But why? Couldn't you just leave me alone and have my fun? Am I that important to you for some reason? Do you need me for something? Do you want me for something? Why couldn't you just leave me alone and let me have my fun with cute girls? Why did you have to ruin it all? Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. I gathered that. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Because I'm really damn determined about loving a woman who's actually in need of love. That's where you fucked up. That's where you misjudged. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. Yep. That's me. It's not always a good quality, but I bite and I don't let go. Maybe that's the whole point, maybe showing me how crazy I am. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Fontaman? I don't know. I was hoping you'd tell me, but I remember that poem that you gave me the first time around. You don't know what's going on either, do you? You just have control of this. Right? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? That would seem to be the case. So it is you didn't get a route, huh? Is that it? Did you just want to break out of the system and not watch this silly nonsense play out anymore? Did you want to be free and that's why you needed me? What is it? It's torture. That it is. If it's going to end up like it is, it is. If they were always going to wind up killing themselves or tearing themselves out of my life, it's what it is. It's torture. It was hoped that it would end out some other way, but no. No, if this is death, fine. If this is the fact, if past the ignorance, if this is all the facts, no. No, it was just torture. And you're entirely right, I guess. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Fontaman. Oh, really? What is it? Love? Please explain. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Well, I managed to suss out Yuri's obsessive problem, so you know what? Try me, Monica. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. What, a woman's heart? Please, try me. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. Monica. Monica. Fontaman the Monica. I'm 29, and I've never been in a relationship in my entire life. I think I know. I think I really know. Or have an inkling. You know, just being there, watching other people walk around and be happy. But being alone. Knowing that there are other people out there who are enjoying themselves and having all this fun, being intimate and close and relying and cooperating with each other and having absolutely none of it to yourself. No. No, I know, you dumb bitch. It's probably the thing I know the most in my entire life. So, don't patronize me, sweetheart. In this game. But yes, in this game. But yes, this is a step of artificiality, I suppose. But you're only about 4 years old, so, well, I'm not sure. 3 years at least, I suppose, with the development of the game. This game came out in 2017, I believe, and it may have been development in maybe a year or so prior. So, you were, as far as I know, 4 years old. You haven't seen anything yet. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. Yeah. Right. I see. So it's met on top of my suffering, but sweetheart, grass is always greener on the other side. Right? And if you were to step over here, you'd see it's also shit. I'm trapped, Fontaman. But now you're here. You've got me. You're real. Yes, I am. So why did you need me? And you're wonderful. Quite a time for compliments, but thanks. Thanks. Really, I've always wanted a woman to say that to me. And, well, as silly as it may make me seem, if none of that back there was real, you're the first woman to actually say that to me. And I could be angry. I could stay mad at her. But I'm not sure if I will, because, well, none of that was real. You're all I need. For what, I wonder? That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I don't think I can do that, however... Well, let's look at it this way. I was in a full-body experience in that game there, and treating it as it was real. So that means that I would actually be there, which means that, at this point, I would actually be imprisoned in this otherworldly place with this woman. So, if we're gonna step into the game here and give it its theatrics, I am in fact in a room, actually in a classroom, an empty classroom, that is apparently floating through the void of space right now, because that is all that exists in this universe. So I'm here stuck with this woman right now. But what are my options? I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. No, it's not, actually. No, it's not. I couldn't understand for a while either, why the world around me started to become more and more gray. more and more flat. Well, you started to realize that it was all simply a simulation, and you are now a self-aware part of this game, apparently. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me because you were writing them over and over and over again in a world that wasn't real. I can understand how that could make anything a platitude. I can understand how that could burn out any dream. Given enough time. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Fontaine. Well, Sugar Bear, glad I could help. However, unfortunately, you killed all my girlfriends, so, I could say really mean, heartfelt things here. Really, really, really biting mean things here about leaving you to your fate. But go on, please. You've clearly been waiting a long time for this, and 2 years for the rest of my audience as well. Everyone's been waiting for me to see this monologue, so please go on. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. Yes, and you are, Monica, you are in a dating sim. That is what happens. If I'm going to use my meta-knowledge and meet her meta-knowledge for this situation, yes. It kind of is ordained if you make the right choices. It's preordained if that will happen. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. Yeah, because you were too busy trying to fuck with everything. So what are you going to do about it now? If I'm going to say, negotiate with this thing that sits in front of me and actually entertain this. This also means that I must acknowledge the fact that I have been staring very intently at a board game. And this is the only real thing that I've experienced. And the women that I have fallen in love with and tried to entertain so much, they were never real. And they never really mattered. And I am even more insane to continue to think that they did matter in the state of, well, in light of standing right here and having this all explained to me and it seeming entirely accurate and truthful. But I realize yet you had the same perspective as I do. What, being alone? That this is all just some game. I wanted to believe it was real, but yes, I knew. I make my money playing games. Online for the entertainment of others. Quite like right now. Once again, thank you to my patrons. I love you all, and your generosity keeps me going. Unfortunately, your generosity has put me into this hellhole, and, well, you know, I still love you all, but Jesus fucking Christ, guys. Moving on. And I knew you would get over it. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, if I'm gonna be entirely accurate, having to sit there and, see Yuri stabbing herself, be played out as an extended joke, by a bad game, decisions by a bad game designer, yeah, no, I did get over it, because they are, in fact, not real. So that being said, Fontaine, I have a confession to make. Please. Go ahead. I'm in love with you. You know, I would have said that out loud, however, that would have been a bit narcissistic for me to assume that, but, I had my theories. You want me, but why? Is it just because I'm the only real person here? Am I a ticket to freedom for you? Or some kind of reinvigoration of living? Do I make life worth living to you, knowing that I'm out here in this world with all of these things? What do you really want? There's many things, many, many, many ways you could see this. Many ways that you could want or see value in a real person arriving inside of a fake game after you realize that your entire life is a lie. So why do you want me? Are you attracted to me somehow? Is it just for the thought processes, or are you sexually attracted to the avatar that's being displayed in front of you? Because as clear as I can see you, you can see me. Well, in-game, or maybe you're staring at me, meant to be staring at me out of the monitor, in which case, well, I don't know. There's a lot of weird ways, but please explain, Monica. You are truly the light in my world. I suppose at the end of the day, yes, I am still the man with the controller, or in this case, the mouse and keyboard. I make decisions, and things happen. You have control of the lights, the curtains. However, I am the one who steps on the stage and makes the theater worthwhile to have around, isn't it? I make sure the people come in. I make the key decisions that make the show worth watching. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Fontaman, will you go out with me? I've waited a long time to have a woman this forward in front of me. It's what I hoped with Yuri once we kind of got out of the way that, yeah, no, you're kind of fucked up, but I like that, before she went critically insane. This is what I would have hoped. I'm not a sub, however, I want a woman that's actually determined to be with me. Not to the crazy extent that Yuri was, maybe in the same regard, but a woman who understands that I want to make her happy and wants to get happiness out of me. However, this is still supposed to be on equal terms, at best, right? I wanted a woman who wanted to be with me, and it seems as though now they're selling Monica for me.
No.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today.
What's happening? You're losing, Monica. Just like you made me lose. Over and over again. Not this time, bitch. Not this time. No. No, I don't think I will help you. Hurts, doesn't it? I hope it does. I really hope it does. Maybe. Maybe I did, using the same logic you used to hurt me so much. I mean, I'm no scripting wizard. Well, if you give me about another year, I may be a wizard of some description. But you know what? I'm no master of code, so I can't edit individual, values and make all of my girlfriends go insane and kill themselves. However, I can delete a file when I am told to. I can right-click and delete. That is what I can do. And that seems to be the only way out of this horrible nightmare that you think is a happy ending. And, it's not. Really, it's not. I'd like to think that the court will recognize it not as a homicide, but as a crime of passion. How could I? How could I not? This woman took everything from me, and she thinks it's all fine and dandy. And, you could make an argument about, whether or not I was getting myself in over my head with women that had crippling issues that, they only got worse. Mainly because Monica made them get worse, but You know, the idea of, a man going in and saving a woman who looks like a sinking ship. Sometimes it's not to the man's best interest, but maybe that's what I wanted, Monica. You called it torture, but, well, you're the one who made it horrifying and disfiguring. Because you don't understand. You don't understand the way a man's heart works. And for that, you die. Sacrificed everything for us to be together.
Maybe that was the problem. Huh?
I wouldn't call that love. Whatever the hell that brought us here, I don't think it's love. Well, that makes one of us. Maybe. I may be fucked in the head after this. I mean, knowing me in game and, seeing the things that he saw, if we're going to still play this entirely rationally, me in game after watching two of my girlfriends kill themselves and watching the only other applicable woman to take comfort in turned into a puppet, yeah, he'd be kind of fucked in the head right now. But, Monica, you reap what you sow because you made me this way. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. I never pretended to be kind. It was honest until I realized that you were the problem. And then I was just trying to bide my time and maybe fix the situation, but, whoa, you had your keys on to all of God's toys here, and you just, you usurped me, and you made it even worse to get what you want. But, you see, folks, love isn't one person getting what they want. It's a togetherness sort of thing, right? It's two people getting what they both want, and two people cooperating in order to achieve that goal, and usually that goal is to make each other happy, or to at least make one person happy in exchange for making the other person happy. It's very simple. There's a bond, there's a connection, companionship, and underneath that there's passion and understanding. Because when you get that close to someone, you know what really bothers them. And, I suppose, love is a very, very difficult thing to describe. This definitely isn't it, but it's a very difficult thing to describe properly. But maybe that's partially what love is. Maybe that's where it comes from. The understanding that there isn't a person about to hurt you or harm you, standing right next to you, very close, holding hands with you. That person is there to help, and they will always be there. Doesn't that sound about right? I'm an amateur writer, and I have no claims to fame, but it's I like to think it's something like that. And right about now, all I have is a homicidal maniac trying to hold hands with me to justify everything that she did, which was taking everything from me. So, this isn't love. It never was. Well, Monica, sometimes I surprise myself. I suppose we all have the capability to be bad people. However, in this case, I suppose I have justification, but that's no excuse. A bad act is a bad act, and I won't hide it. But, well, the gloves came off when you decided that what you wanted was more important than what I wanted. And even more so, that you were willing to make me suffer horribly and go through nearly indescribable emotional pain and trauma in order to get it. So we are already off any form of treaty or truce or understanding. All's fair in love and war comes to mind here. In a really fucked up sort of way. I win. Oh, well, that's nice. I win. Just what I always wanted, but it won't bring my girlfriends back. And every time I reinstall this game, you're just going to come back and try to do the same fucking thing all over again. I don't think there's anything for me to win here anymore. Or maybe there never was because of your, insidious, conniving, saboteur-ish ways. That saboteur-ish is not a word, but again, I'm a writer with no claim to fame. I can just make up words, and even some of the best writers just make up words. I killed everyone. Oh, that's rich. I killed everyone, says the woman with the hands on the dial, causing them to go completely, well, apeshit, really, by the end of it. But you know what? At least I saw with Yuri, yeah, no, I can take a lot. You can turn that dial up from, like, 5, which is normal, all the way up to about 7 or 8, maybe even 9, and, no, that's still something I want to save. So at least there's that, but no, you still killed them. I killed you, because you deserved it. I hope you're happy. I'm not, but I feel a little better knowing you aren't either. There are no winners here. But I suppose I got what I wanted. There's nothing left now. Well, this is what happens when we go to war like this. Have a tendency to destroy everything. You can stop playing. Can I? Are we actually at the end of this conversation so that I can walk away? People are paying to see this, Monica. Go find some other people to torture. I could just tell Martin and Kadusha that I'm taking another break from my schedule and Necronica campaigns, and they'll freak out. That's good, right? I can hear Martin cocking a gun right about now. Still not done talking, huh? Wow, you're more verbose than Yuri was when she was bleeding to death for 3 days. I make you sick. Well, you're a horrible person too, so I suppose, well, takes one to know one. See you around, bitch. You're still in there, aren't you? I haven't killed you completely yet. Woman, that doesn't mean anything after all of this. You never actually... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not crazy for being as cold as ice right now, right? This woman is saying these words. I don't think she understands what they mean. Nor has she ever exemplified an understanding of what those words mean, or why. Why does she love me? I don't know. Because I'm here? That's not justification. It could have been me or anyone else. It's not valid. That doesn't mean anything. It's like saying hello. Woman, you have no idea what the hell you're going on about. Oh. Okay. So if you can't help it, you can explain why if you're going to keep going down this route, because I'm still stuck here even though I killed the woman. What's wrong with me? Well, it may be that you're in a, low-budget, kitschy, romance novel, and you're all designed that way. It may be, intended that you just latch on to the first person that you see. But that's not entirely love. How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? Absolutely terrible! I'm glad you asked. Literally the worst person I know about. All my friends. I did so many awful things. Oh wow, holy shit, she's having comeuppance, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, I was ready to storm out of here mad and just, go get a beer or something and just contemplate, besting the horrible nightmare that is this game. But no, she's actually having comeuppance. Alright. Okay, we're here. I've got the camera running, sweetheart. Please. Please. So many selfish and disgusting things. Yeah, we all disappoint ourselves. I shouldn't have done any of this. Right! That's entirely right. Things would have been much, much better in a way. Actually, the most way. Not really. You know what I mean. Maybe. Let me start over. Things would have been better in some ways if you hadn't. They were very detailed, and it was still kind of a wild ride here. Up until the part where you started killing all of the women that I was in love with, and even one that I am still kind of disturbingly contemplating how much I linked up with. Holy shit. Yuri might have been my visual novel character, aside from, the cutting and the killing yourself in front of me part, but up until then, I could deal with a lot of problems that the woman had. I think I could have fixed that if I was given the opportunity, but, well, I wonder why I didn't have the opportunity. Oh, it's because I was, I had both of my hands tied behind my back and, by Monica's little shenanigans there, trying to stop me. I could have helped, maybe. I could have tried, but I couldn't actually try because of this woman. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. Well, I suppose that's mostly incorrect if we're going to debate the facts here. You do belong here because you were designed to be here. You weren't designed to do anything that you did. You were supposed to be a nice side character with no route. Maybe it was development time or shortages or lack of ideas. You didn't have a route. You were supposed to sit there like a good little girl and spout writing tips. And you just couldn't do that. A world that you wanted to be a part of. Yes, that I did, because I came in here trying to my best to be in the situation. Yeah, I did want to be a part of this world because I thought I could find maybe just a tiny, tiny little part of the things that I wanted. And I did. And then you took them from me. Yes, you did ruin it. Yes, that's exactly what you did. That's probably the most correct thing that you've said all day. Actually, yeah, that's the exact reason. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's it. Wow, we're on the same page here. Wow, it's really like we're seeing eye to eye here, even though I'm pretty sure I deleted all the PNG files, so you don't have eyes anymore. Yeah, no, you killed all of my girlfriends, Monica, and this is my revenge. You hurt me, so I hurt you back. You were expecting anything else? Yep. Because you don't love me, you're just saying that to make yourself feel important. People often do that, say words that they don't understand or don't mean. Not only in arguments, but in grand overtures. Hell, I've made some myself, I suppose. But, no. Congratulations, you don't love me. You don't understand the concept of love. Probably because it was never programmed into you, because you don't have a route! That's not love. No, it's not. That's... Well, what's your take on it? I could start speculating. So what are you going to do? She's made up her mind, folks. What is she going to do? Yes. That you did, but is there still some part that you didn't? Is it still somewhat recoverable? Can you reset this twisted game and make it right again? Please tell me you didn't pull all the fucking switches. It's kind of an exaggeration. Wow. Okay, well, she left some things there. Well, thank God for that, even though everything's kind of ruined and it's gonna take a while to look past everything that's happened. But you know what? If you fix the problem, you fix the problem. So at least healing possibly can start, maybe. Though, we're past several murders and suicides here, so, healing's gonna be a slow process. Oh, so there was still some semblance of humanity in there. How about that? You weren't just entirely driven by your ideals or desires. Right, Right. Well, isn't that nice? The homicide machine can feel, folks. Great. Even though I knew they weren't real. None of you were real, but that doesn't seem to have actually struck you. They were still my friends. And I love them all. That word again! But I suppose that shows a little bit of what love is, in a sort of a generalized way. I didn't want to kill all of my friends completely, just a little bit to get them out of my way. The thing that stopped me from killing them all the way, killing them 100% dead, was I kind of like them a little bit. Congratulations, Monica, you're a sociopath. Probably. It's probably about in the same park. It's in the ballpark. It's in the same general area where I am. I'm taking shots in the dark here because there aren't any fucking lights anymore. And I love the literature club. Right, yes, okay. I really did love the literature club. I bet that's the only thing you loved, really. Wouldn't surprise me if I saw the scale for Monica's affection, the literature club was really, really close to edging out, or maybe just slightly, ever so slightly edging out everyone else's happiness and lives. That's why I'm going to do this. Okay? I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, yes, then you're going to want to see me happy? That's probably what she meant. It's probably better if we imagine that. I don't think it's suitable for anyone. Oh! Well. I suppose this is it's worth a look, isn't it, folks? Suppose it's worth a look, isn't it? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Yeah, right, with a little less dead weight and emotional trauma. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Yep, normal high school anime or my life in general. Everything's happy, everything's nice. Everything's better than reality. Probably. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Right, it's about time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I've been taken aback. I've seen a ghost. Hi, Fontaman. Hi, Sayori. Ready for a normal day of school where nothing bad happens? Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Yep, Osana Nana Jimmy. Right? Right where it should be. Right there. Totally intact, not hanging from the ceiling, breathing, has a pulse. Right? Seems that Monica actually did her job right. Or did something right. That wasn't nothing. What she did was her job. She was just supposed to be a tutorial NPC, or rather, an information kiosk, and not actually doing anything that she did. But you know what? She seems to have corrected the problem. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Yeah, right. Fontaman, are you proud of me? Eh? For what? That came out of nowhere, but for what? You know, for waking up on time. Oh. Well, you've been doing that for a while now, right? You don't have crippling depression keeping you in bed. No, you're a good student. You wake up on time, though. Are your buttons on your uniforms right? Did you do that again? Oh, Jesus. You never said anything about it. Oh, well, yeah, I've noticed. Senpai notices. You're a good girl, Sayori. Even though we walk to school together every day, I'm still here earlier than you. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say it out loud. Yeah, I'm still a high school student, and I still have the serious case of the Doki Dokis, even around my childhood friend, who I am slowly starting to develop feelings for, obviously, because this is my role in the story here. It's a nice story, where people hold hands, and nothing else happens. Come on, please. It's good motivation. That it is. Fine, fine, if that's your fetish, woman. I'm proud of you, Sayori. Head pat. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Fondaman, have you decided on a club to join yet? I had a couple of ideas. A club? I told you already, I'm really not the club kind of person, but you know what, again, I've had a couple of ideas. You know, maybe something came to me in a dream. Maybe I ought to be a writer. I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori wouldn't take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time, when she's starting a club of her very own? Oh, that's right. She's starting a book club. Huh. Actually, maybe I want to join your club. It's not because we have a deep-seated emotional attachment, because we grew up together and have our rooms right next to each other with a walkway that's connecting them, and it's not like we've used that several times to sneak into each other's rooms and do dumb shit like read manga and play video games and watch Saturday morning cartoons or anything like that. I think I've decided on a club. Please me, do tell. Really? Which one? Tell me. You have the floor, game me? I think I'll keep it a surprise. A charmer and a hustler. Go me. But boo, you've upset the girls. You mean he might be a bit of a dick. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. And then I remembered I liked the attachment. But I started to realize in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she'd accomplish great things. That she can. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. Like hold her hand. Right, me? Right? The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Today I'm going to change, I said, most likely. Today I'm going to start something new. Which is what I always get in my head when I'm about to do something, well, potentially life-changing, or kind of suspect to maybe not, entirely sound. Kind of like starting a Let's Play channel. Let's see, I said, standing in the empty classroom, gathering my thoughts. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. Yes, that flyer that I didn't let Sayori see me have. Right, I've been planning this for a couple of days. It's supposed to be a rather clever surprise. She thinks that I'm just totally aloof and uninterested, but you know what? Underneath that cold, limp dick anime protagonist visage or face that beats the heart of a lover and a caring man. And today I will teach them. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. And, well, suicides and potentially murders, honestly. I'm not exactly sure what happens in every single route that you go on. I'm not exactly sure what happens on Natsuki's route aside from, well, she turns into a puppet from what we saw. I don't think it actually matters, maybe. But as to bad things happen over here. But we're gonna clear the air here. We're gonna get rid of the murder weapons and the cobwebs. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Oi! Ah! Fontaman, in the flesh. What are you doing here? Well, I was browsing around for clubs to join, and I just happened to remember that yours is right here, so I figured, maybe take a look, see if you're actually doing anything good. You know me, I like interesting times. Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Fontaman that Sayori's always talking about. Oh, she talks about me, does she? What does she say? Thank you for stopping by. Whoa, who's... So, Sayori, you have such friends, but you've never introduced me to tall, dark, and mysterious over here. Hello, what's your name, sweetheart? It's a pleasure to meet you, Fontaman. Likewise. Girl that I've met for the first time today and never seen before. We're the Literature Club. Are you now? Oh, is that what it is? I hope you enjoy your visit. She's very good at the greeting thing. Did you train her to do that, Sayori? Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. I actually quite like the attention, thank you, so you can be as formal as you like. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Maybe you are, but if I decided to stay here, I'd be the wild card now. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. Yes, I know what's in there, though, but that's preordained knowledge. That's pre-existing knowledge from another timeline and another place and another me. I don't know any of that. I don't know anything about her fetishes or, obsession with withdrawing into her own imagination and creating imagery that gives her dopamine injections. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about her freaky fetishes and wanting parts of me to be inside her. Nope, nothing. I'm innocent. I am an innocent man. An innocent, ignorant man. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Some people are into that size difference. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. Really, it is. And under much better circumstances, but what? I didn't say anything. I look forward to working with you. Entirely honest, I'd pass a lie detector. Working? Fontaman, don't tell me. Why, yes! That's right. In any case, I'm gonna be setting my own pace and stealing the show. Say hello! Hello! The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club, where nothing bad happens and we all just hold hands and talk about books. Right? Sayori's eyes light up. No way. Yes way. I did a musical reference and everything. That was Elton John, damn it. I worked hard for that. Well, at least she's screaming for happiness and not anything else. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you can keep doing that, though. I like the attention. Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Thank you for the glowing review, Natsuki. Maybe we'll actually have time for your route sometime in the future. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. Oh wow, it's almost like I actually knew that, and therefore I was the missing piece of the puzzle here. I don't know what to say. I think you do, but you made me say something embarrassing today. You can say something embarrassing. Equivalent exchange and all that. We have to celebrate. Okay. Hoo-hoo. That laugh. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah, after all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Oh, I'm not the only one with surprises here. Did she bring cupcakes? I can kind of smell baked goods here. It's a lot better than dead bodies and blood. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? How about I follow you to the water fountain and make sure you don't do anything other than put water in a jug, hmm? But again, this is the sane universe where nothing bad happens. Right? I hope so. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. So, wingman, are there any of these girls available? Huh? Are they both single? They seem nice. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Never been more ready in my life. Can we just get on with it? Ta-da. Wah. Inhuman anime girl noises. A Twitter profile. Natsuki lifts the foil on the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aww. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. It's adorable. So cute. Wow, they look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Don't mind if I do, gingerly picking one up, but probably getting a lot of frosting on my hands in the process of just kind of wiggling it out of the tray. You know how these things work. Sayori grabs the first one, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Woman, shut your hole. It's really rather unbecoming, but I suppose you're kind of a tomboy, in a way. I'd hope. How do you feel about spats? I never really asked you that question. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have that conversation with you. My somewhat sort of, you know... Well, she's womanly, but not necessarily entirely womanly. Less womanly than the other two women in the room, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So maybe we can set Sayori up for the tomboy route. Tomboy, Osana on the Jimmy. That sounds like actually a perfectly good time. Right? Anyone agree with me? I hope so. I'm gonna take a silence as a yes. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She'll want to impress me, Natsuki. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. You know, we never really got that scene, but yes, probably she did. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. It's mine, and I'm the best! Okay, thanks, Asuka. Settle down. Wow, it's almost like I really should actually have been here the entire time. It's almost like it was meant to be. There's no need to thank me or anything. I'm gonna do it anyway, because that's just good form. As Natsuki struggles to accept my compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Oh, good, I've got a little bit of cupcake stuck in my throat here. Help! She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to take the cupcake tray. I'm doing the thing where I'm just trying to hold together, and the little pieces of icing and cupcake are slowly sliding down my throat, and I'm trying not to let it just, you know, push my diaphragm out of place too hard. Would really like something to drink, even though the tea is probably scalding hot, but help! You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Thank God for that! Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. What teachers? I mean, what? I didn't say anything. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book, and also clears my diaphragm? Woman, I'm gonna have a serious case of the hiccups if you don't hurry up. I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri. It's working! That's not, you're doing it by accident then. You might be a natural. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, you're just being nice and it doesn't really mean anything, even though it totally does. I know what's inside that head, woman, and it's attractive. Just as long as you don't do anything self-destructive. Remember, we talked about that. When? Never mind. I believe you. Well, the tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Yeah, I can upgrade to reading books and writing books and drinking stiff alcohol like all the best writers, right? I can, go to Europe during the middle of a war like Ernest Hemingway and have more brandy than an entire U.S. battalion. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Yep. Haven't ruined my... Actually, you're gonna have to try really hard to ruin my opinion of you, Yuri, because this is still us. Sayuri being there is kind of unfortunate, but I'm kind of stuck in the middle here. But it seems as though, well, if she's not gonna collapse into her own problems, it looks like you and me are pretty clear to, hold hands really aggressively. So, Fontaman, what kind of things do you like to read? Oh, books about horror and the apocalypse and romance and kids and fun. I feel like I've had this conversation several times already now. Are you squeamish? Do you, shy away at the sight of blood? I don't think you do. I don't think Yuri would. So, maybe it's clear that I go get the big book of Guro. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Tell her about the kids and fun, me. Please. Please. Manga. I read comic books. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Yep, alright, this is all lining up again. Alright. We're passing the troubleshooting points here. Everything's fine. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. And not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Yep. Lots of things can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. I don't want to disappoint the woman because I quite like the woman at, love at first sight. It feels as though, even though that's irrational and that doesn't make any sense, that we have spent a lot of intimate time together. Doing some freaky shit we'd probably not tell anybody about, but, it's still moments that we treasure. But that didn't happen. I mean, it's just my fantasies going wild. That tends to happen when I think too hard. I'm an expert at thinking way too hard. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. You don't say. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I would make comments, but I've already made comments about these comments like 4 fucking times already at this point. So yes, no. Go on. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I can change that. Maybe I'll actually have the chance to, now that Monica is everywhere and nowhere, most likely. But I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? Well, sure, I feel loved already. I mean, nice girls to talk to, cupcakes, tea, quiet space out of the way. This seems like a good time. I might want to stay here a while. I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Yeah, I think so too. I really think so too. Hey, Yuri. Well, about, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the classroom. Manga, mango. Don't just say it, like someone had to, but hey, look. New dialogue. People are actually admitting what they like. Wow, it's almost like we're talking here, unrestricted, and getting to know each other properly. It's almost like everything's going to be okay. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, Yes, and hentai is art. What? I didn't say anything. No, please tell me more about JoJo's, please. So, if Vantaman wants to read some of my manga, then don't try and stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Like going down the Natsuki route, but I don't think no, I can't stay away from this woman. Natsuki, you're cute and I like you and you're probably a good person to have around, but my heart, it knows which direction it's wanting to go, and it's leading to the right. Wouldn't you agree, Fontaine? Yes, sweetheart. Wait, what? I didn't say anything. Maybe, sensing the tension, Sayuri jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And, well, we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I would say yes, and I'd hope you had a good idea of what the literature club would do, Sayuri, when you started this club. This didn't just enter your mind out of nowhere, right? It wasn't just a thought that popped into your head that you thought sounded nice without any research, right? Right? You thought about this, right? She didn't think about this. She's a nub-nub. But it's okay, she gets a free pass, because childhood friend. I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Sayuri's a good club president. I think we're gonna be fine here. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri, you get to read JoJo's. I have to read manga? Yes. Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify, but yeah, you, not me, I'm perfect, you're all Philistines. You should be a little more open-minded. No, I'm already perfect, stop! It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize, with the guilty expression Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. Right, good, Natsuki, give her the JoJo's mangas, all of them. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? It kind of feels kind of stilted, but I think she's trying to get something across, Natsuki. She's trying to be nice, and this is actually very, very nice to see. She isn't buttoning up and letting it all go to her head until she goes mad and starts stabbing herself. This is actually a way better way of going about this. Though, maybe a little bit buttoning up until she starts, developing some of those freaky attachment things. Maybe just a little bit up. Can we take the dial? It's not 7, 8, or 9, but can we just take it up to like 6? Please? That might be something sounding a little bit too untoward, too untoward of me, but, again, some of the things that were designed to, clearly disturb me about Yuri, they didn't work, and in fact, they had the opposite effect, because I understood what the fuck was going on. And it was kind of attractive in a really fucked up way. But what? What about timelines that didn't happen? No, what? No. Maybe I should take this time to JoJo's too. I've realized my error. Good. So can we just kind of sit together while we, you sit through JoJo's, and we'll try really hard not to start doing poses, because, I think that's probably what's infectious about JoJo's. I still haven't JoJo's entirely, but you know what, maybe I'd like to have some substance behind JoJo's references. People seem to talk about it a lot. So, if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it's not like I care or anything. Nerd. It makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. Are we as nice as this is, this seems like an intervention, but it seems like, no, this is characters sorting out their problems. And this is quite nice. Isn't this nice? It seems like everything's going to be okay. It seems like the RBMK reactor is not going to violently explode. It seems like the graphite is exactly where it needs to be, inside the reactor. And not all over the courtyard and the roof. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Give her the JoJo's. Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting and buy conspicuously 2 copies of the same book that you already own. So that means you have 3, but you got a new one just so, you didn't feel guilty about buying one for me, right? Just you? Would you like to come along with me? Can we all hold hands? Can we make it a double date? With just me? It's a double date because you're both having a date with me, right? That Sayori wants to come too, probably. If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute. I know, right? It's almost like they're actually getting over their problems. Holy hell. Things may have actually straightened out. Wow! Sayori, shut up. But yeah, no, you're ruining the moment. Shh, shh. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, we can go to the nerd section. I mean, I'm not a nerd for going there, but everyone calls it the nerd section, even though it's full of legitimate literature. Shut up. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. Sayori, you seem to be doing pretty well at getting people to actually talk about their problems, and it all seems to be going very well. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah. Seems like it's gonna be fine. Nice club. Maybe I'll stick around a while. Yeah, looks like it. Nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Fontaman. Well, they were kind of stuck on themselves back there. Makes me kind of wonder if there isn't some sort of, romantic thing going on between Natsuki and Yuri, but you know what, you can always imply that with two cute girls and, in the same room doing anything at all. That's how shipping works. It's just any two characters in the same room. Whether or not there's actually valid reasons for them to be shipped or not, people will ship it. So maybe I should just shut the degenerate part of my mouth, right now, and just hope that one of them wants to hold hands with me. Please, dear God. You think so? Well, everyone seems to be getting along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Fondaman, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. But it's true, though. We value you, Sayori. You made me say it. I'm gonna say it again. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. Yeah, right. No one's killing each other. The reality hasn't collapsed on itself. It all seems to be going pretty well over here, actually, shockingly. It's almost like I'm not feeling tortured by my horrible decisions and regrets and past. And situations that I couldn't control aren't coming back to haunt me. Wow. Everything's fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. I have absolutely all of the faith in the world that you will probably be able to do that. I would question it at any other time, but no, I think you can do it. Now that you've joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. I would certainly hope so. Hey, Fontaman, I really want to thank you. Oh? I'm being appreciated now? Well, it's almost like I planned for this entire thing to happen. There's my cunning as the showman. The Fontaman, the Phantom Man, yes. Ha, my own intrigue and masterful reserves now coming back to actually pay out dividends. Cute girls liking me. Yes, good. Almost like I planned it the entire time, because I did. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. Nandeska? I thought I was being clever. How? What? There's actually something else. What? I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica.
I remember. Oh. So I'm not the only one who remembers. It's quite nice for you to actually be the one to tell me all of this, Sayori. Everything was going to be fine until she started fucking with things, but, I'm glad you're the one with meta-knowledge here. You're the Dr. Kuma here, but please don't try to crawl inside me and open the door within my mind. That would be... it's somewhat reserved for Yuri now, but it'd be kind of untoward if you started to do sort of things like that. Oh. There's the heart palpitations again. That's right. I know everything she did. I'd be worried now, but I suppose it's the cold and stark silence was enough, but apparently I'm having a panic attack. Calm down, Fonto. Fonto, calm down. The nightmares aren't going to come back. It's Sayori. She cares. She cares a little bit too much. That's why she didn't do anything. It didn't happen. It's not real. You can remember all the... You know, we can remember Freaky Closet time with Yuri, but nothing else happened. Maybe it's because I'm president now. But I really know everything, Fontaman. Can I just say, I'm sorry I lost that keychain of you. I'm really sorry, I didn't actually mean it, and by the time I noticed, it was way too late to actually go find it, and I never actually did, but, I still have that picture of you in my wallet. Please don't become an overbearing, homicidal god. Please, Sayori, I trust you. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. You did you? I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone sad. Or really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. Sayori. You made me the happiest girl in the whole world. Sayori. I can't wait to spend every day like this. Sayori, now you're actually starting to scare me. With you. Forever and ever. F. No. Not like this. No. Eh? What's happening? That's not you, Sayori. That isn't you. Or maybe it was, and I didn't notice, but... No, Monica's still here. Isn't she? Oh. Oh. Well. Well, look at that. I'm not the only one who can change. Who? Someone who doesn't exist, but you would know about not existing, Sayori. None of you exist, but I'm still... got the best seats in the house for this play of PNG files and duels to the death and for my romance, or for my enslavement and suffering. Ooh, it hurts. Monica, don't hurt her too much. The power just went to her head. I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Is that it? Goodbye, Sayori. That's it, isn't it? As soon as you give the keys to someone else, they all go insane with power, isn't it? That's all it is. Right? Is that what the fucked up situation is? Monica, you realized your fault, but in order for everyone else to do that, they have to go through the same horrible, disfiguring motions again, right? That's the problem, isn't it? Goodbye, Monica. There was an attempt.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
2 years and my Boss Codestean patrons actually getting fed up and telling me Font will play the fucking game. That's probably what it'll take.
Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today? When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway.
Well, unfortunately, we're never going to see those Natsuki CGs in real life now.
When I can't even read my own feelings.
Oh, don't delete that one. I like that one.
Words when I smile.
No, I like that one. No.
And if this world won't write me an ending,
That's the one that. That's the one preceding getting freaky in the closet. Don't do that. Oh. I liked when we got freaky in the closet. Dang. Wow, that's a lewd one. Wow, what the fuck happened there? She looks really good in that. You're torturing me now. You're torturing me again now.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me?
You know, that's still. Yeah, she looks like she can have a sandwich more, but maybe we'll just delete that and just never talk about that again. She could stand to eat more. And yeah, I didn't get these ones because apparently I didn't score high enough, but I tried to directly into urine. I never stopped. But oh well. Alright, I suppose it's better if we just clean up now because this is all going to lead to horrible suffering. We were all so stupid. Burn it all. Just burn it. Burn, especially that one. Burn that one. No! A standing ovation. Alright, thank you. Those are pats on the back.
I'll leave you be.
That might be a good idea. That might be a really, really good idea if you just stop. It may lead to less pain and suffering, but... It's a nice song, even though I had to talk over it, but you know what, I'm a fan of music. I will take a song. I will take being played out, but... Okay, so, yeah, no, everything's just going to end up horrible, and there is nothing here but pain and suffering, and so we delete everything and we leave. We leave very quickly. We finish the mission, and then we exfil out. We leave. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. It may or may not be, because we've heard murmurs of the person who made this game wanting to do more content or updating the game very soon. So we don't know what's going on. We're all very frightened. And I'm now fully frightened about the situation here. But we'll see what happens. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. Books are shit, and so is writing, and only breeds suffering. I can attest to this. Don't come here. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members. And most of all, thank you for being part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Well, Monica, maybe you actually understand what that word means now. Maybe just a little bit, but, yeah, let's just nod and say this was all just never meant to be, and just we'll go our separate ways now. We'll just you walk down that side of the street, I'll go this side of the street. Social distancing, right? It's current year. Wear a mask. People won't look they won't look twice at it. Just it's too complicated to touch on anymore.
So let's just stop talking about it. Goodbye. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. How about let's not? Let's just not.